Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum.
Swing it, baby. Yeah.
You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
743 with Joe Piscopo on AM970. The Answer. So great to have you with us this morning. We've got the one and only Mr. Steve Adubato with us on the line. Steve, always great of you to call. We appreciate it. We know you're busy. You're up. You're running the kids at school. You're up. You're working out. Yet you take the time to call Old Jersey Joe. How could I ever thank you? Huh?
Hold on. You called me. I didn't call you.
Do we call you? Oh, look, there's somebody with us. There's somebody that showed up.
Hold on.
Alex, good morning. Oh, our engineer showed up. This is great.
Hold on, wait a minute, Joe. You make it sound like I'm hard up for a gig. I mean, you guys booked me. I'm much in demand, and I would call you anyway, but I got booked as a real guest who has something to say. I just want to clarify that.
Yes, you are.
Hey, Steve's sitting around. Hey, call Joe. Can we talk?
Although, Steve, if I ever needed you to make a comment and utilize your brilliant expertise, you would.
I'm here.
You would see. That's what I'm saying. Like
here
when we talked about the age difference, which was great. That was so great.
I did.
That was
call
great.
In when
I
you were
loved
asking
it.
what the appropriate age difference for a man and a woman getting married. I called because I'm an expert on that. In addition to many other topics.
I know.
Because my wife happens to be a few years younger than I am.
You were so funny because it was the end of the show, and they said, Steve Adubato. I said, and you're right. We always call you for expertise or politics. And I said, Steve, is that the Steve Adubato? Yeah. So we went there. It was great. It was just great. And you had to clarify the age difference, except mine, the older I get, the age difference gets really fast between me.
Well, it stays the same because my wife and I have been together a while. It's 15 years, except I had to go to her father, and, we had to talk it out. But let's not go there, Joe.
I know. No, you're young, Steve. You're a young guy. Me, I'm like older than the parents of the girls that I'm dating. Oh, please.
It's better all the time, Joe. But we're talking about people who don't look good right now. Watch this segue.
Uh-oh.
And the best is yet to come?
Yeah.
Not for the NFL,
yeah.
Not for the Vikings.
Yeah.
And when's the other shoe going to drop with another NFL player, domestic violence?
Yeah.
This is an organization in crisis. Listen to the Vikings.
Yeah.
We're going to get this right
after
they lose the first game against the Patriots, right, 31-7, whatever it is, when they don't play Adrian Peterson after the situation with his 4-year-old child.
Right.
It's just a coincidence, Joe. Everyone knows that they decided after the one-game suspension for Adrian Peterson, they're going to have him come back. It had nothing to do with the fact that they got their butts kicked in the first game.
Yeah.
He's going to come back. There's an outcry from, appropriately so, in my opinion, because, listen, he has a right to discipline his child, but child abuse and discipline aren't the same thing, in my opinion. And all of a sudden, now they got it right. He's not suspended because he's being paid $11 million, so let's not cry for him. And all of a sudden, they got it right. Joe, I think that it's going to keep happening because there are other cases of domestic violence, women being abused by NFL players, children. Yeah. And listen, it's not all about the NFL. It's a societal problem, but the NFL happens to be where the focus is right now, and they better deal with this because they've been sweeping it under the rug for a long time, and the sponsors are running for the hills.
I know. It's interesting you say that, Steve Adubato. The sponsors, they say, we are concerned. They're not pulling out. We are concerned. Is that a red flag that Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, is going to be out of there?
Well, first of all, it isn't just their concern. Nike, right?
Yeah.
Huge company.
Yeah.
Pulled its deal with Adrian Peterson. They broke the deal. They said, we're done.
Right.
Other sponsors are, in my opinion, going to start pulling.
Yeah.
I believe the pressure is on Roger Goodell, in my opinion, to resign. I do not see how he survives this.
Do you think Ray Rice we all loved Ray Rice with Rutgers, Steve Adubato?
Absolutely.
Oh, my gracious. Does he ever play football again?
He's 28 years old right now, and for a running back, and listen, I love sports, but I'm a fan. I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
For a running back, you hit 30. There are very few running backs after 30 years of age that still play at the top of their game. If he stays out of the game for a couple of years, I don't see how he comes back.
Yeah, it's a good
and
point.
right now, I don't see it right now, Joe.
Yeah.
And I don't see another team picking him up.
It's your Steve Adubato on the line with Piscopo in the morning, 748 right now, AM 970. Steve, I got to talk to you about Governor Christie. I'm a fan.
Has he been busy, Joe?
You know what? He's going
much lately.
But he's going, for the Governors Association. He's all around campaigning for other people. But boy, he is front and center. He's in New Hampshire right now. This guy's going in. I mean, he's going in, and people say he's done. I don't know that he's done. I like huh? What do you think?
Who says he's?
Well,
the people who say he's done are the people who want to believe he's done.
Yeah.
He's far from done.
Yeah.
He's got more energy than ever before.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe that he's still raising huge amounts of money for Republican candidates across the country.
Hugely popular across the country.
And he picks his spots.
Yeah.
He goes to New Hampshire. The Republican candidate there is running behind pretty big, but he doesn't go to New York for Rob Astorino. Some Republicans there, I'm sure, are upset about that. But Governor Christie has a good relationship with Governor Cuomo, and I'm sure it's a coincidence that Christie's not campaigning for Astorino. Astorino's not happy about it, but look. New York's not that important a state for Governor Christie if, by chance, he happens to run for president. New Hampshire matters. Iowa matters. It's fascinating. The governor's out in certain states and getting known as the head of the Republican Governors Association, and he's doing a good job. Look, bottom line in New Jersey is more people need to work. The economy needs to get stronger. So the governor's got to try to figure out how to balance doing all those things nationally and still do good things in New Jersey. A very difficult job. Yeah.
Steve Adubato is author of You Are the Brand, an inspirational speaker, book constantly all on a tour. You got to hear Steve speak. He is the anchor of PBS flagship WNET in New York. Steve, but you know me, we got to talk about all New York, but with Morano not here, I could touch on Jersey without him cutting me off, So
is Frank all right? Is Frank all right? I'm just checking. Is Frank all right?
You know what? He's a professional jurist now. He's doing a grand jury. I mean, he got picked. Huh?
Frank got picked
for a grand jury, and he knows every gangster in New York. So it's amazing that they even picked him. So
Go figure.
He can't talk about the case now, but we're waiting to see what he has to say about it. But Steve Adubato, the poverty rate it keeps rising in New Jersey. We're not bringing jobs. You walk Camden, you see Peterson, you see some of the areas still of Newark. I mean, how do you turn that around?
Anyone who says that there's a quick fix to urban problems, I'm born and raised in Newark. You know it well. Yeah. We're both huge fans and connected to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Newark through our great friend Ray Chambers, the philanthropist. Yeah. But I'll tell you, to me, the key is finding ways to keep our kids engaged and involved. Through the Boys and Girls Clubs and other youth activities. That is the only way to keep kids off the streets, Joe. It's the only chance we have.
Yeah. Hey, Steve Adubato, thank you. We always appreciate you joining us, my friend. I'll see you out there hanging with the guys on Bloomfield Avenue. And please call back. And you know what? You have an open line here anytime, and thanks for being there for us.
My pleasure. I don't hang on the avenue as much, Joe, at night anymore with other kids. It's not a good look.
Yeah. It's one of these days. We'll do it, though. We'll be there. We'll be there soon enough. Steve Adubato, man. Thank you. Steve Adubato with the Piscopo in the morning, 7:51 right now.